Hello and welcome everyone to the launch of the Rotary Network. We're excited to share with you the programs that form the Rotary Network, and you'll hear all about it in this launching event. I'm Chuck Corrigan and I'm the District Governor of District 6450. We're the birthplace of Rotary. With us today we have a number of Rotary dignitaries, and I'd like to acknowledge them before we get into the program. We do have immediate past president of Rotary International, Mark Maloney, with us here today, along with our current RI director from our zone, Susie Howe. We have Lyle Staub, who's district governor from District 6440 to our north, and we have a number of past district governors, club presidents, and other dignitaries in our audience. And I thank everyone for being here today for the launch of this hopefully game-changing program that we are going to describe to you today. Today you'll hear from our committee members who will guide you through each aspect of the Rotary Network. This program is jointly sponsored by our district, by District 6440, and by Rotary International as a pilot program. Hopefully this will be successful and we can share this with other districts around the country and around the world. We're grateful for the collaboration efforts and for the resources that have been provided to us to help create this program. Our first presenter is Marshall Schmidt, immediate past president of Rotary One, the original Rotary Club, and the person who has been the driving force behind this effort. Marshall's organized a wide number of participants in our task force and got us to where we are today, and we're grateful for his efforts. Marshall's going to tell us why we think this network is going to be so important and why the Rotary Network will be beneficial to all Rotarians and all clubs in our district. Marshall, I turn it over to you. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Chuck, and thank you everyone for joining us here today. We're all very excited, and we wanted to share with you how the Rotary Network came to be. In the middle of May, myself and our president-elect at the time, Eric Kempel, received an email from one of our members. He shared in great detail how COVID-19 and the whole pandemic had devastated his business. He was a very successful entrepreneur and had been for a very long time. And with the pandemic, his business was very, very severely affected. And really for the first time in his adult life, he was having trouble finding a job. And his question to us was, where's Rotary? Rotary is touted as one of the biggest networks of business professionals and others in the world, and he really wanted to know, what did Rotary offer to people in his position? And the email was deeply, deeply troubling, both because we felt so bad for his experience, and we recognized that there were probably many, many Rotarians across the world who were in the same position that he was in. So Eric and I sat down and chatted about what could be done. And serendipitously, I was scheduled to talk to Mark Maloney and John Huco, the General Secretary of Rotary, about another matter. So after we addressed the other matter, I told him the story and said, you know what, we really need to do something about this. This is something that is important, and it really does go back to our roots, because after all, Rotary was at the beginning a networking organization. And John told the story of how when you went to the early Rotary meetings, you had to have a business lead with you that you could share with the other Rotarians. To their credit, Mark and John took what I had to say to heart, and they took the ball and ran with it, and Mark will explain that. But I also wanted to add that shortly after that, we participated in a president's conference. Debbie Ross conducted weekly meetings of all the presidents in the district. And I raised this idea, and the response was inspiring, to say the least. Many people from the district volunteered to help in whatever way they could. And Mark will share with you where it went from here, because in the true spirit of Rotary, people sprung to action, and what you are going to hear about today is the result. So it's my great honor to introduce the immediate past president of Rotary International, Mark Maloney. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marshall. It's great to join you all here from Decatur, Alabama, where I am now in retirement as president of Rotary International, but like Marshall, actively practicing law. I do remember very much that conversation that Marshall Schmidt, General Secretary John Huco, and I had when we had a Zoom meeting dealing with a totally unrelated subject. And over that night and a couple nights thereafter, I just really thought a lot about what Marshall had to say about the email that he and his club president-elect had received. And on a Saturday afternoon, I picked up the phone and talked to Jim Barnes. Jim Barnes is the Chief Member Services and Programs Officer for Rotary International. And I shared with him, and I believe he's on the call today, I shared with him my concerns and my thoughts, and I just didn't have a concept of how we could do something. And Jim said, let me work on this and let me run with it. And over the course of the next few weeks, he gathered a team in the Rotary International Secretariat, and a key member of which is our Member Benefits Program Manager, Nash Shah, who will speak in just a few minutes. And they told me about a plan and how this was ready to be implemented, and that there was great interest in the two Chicago area Rotary districts. District 6450 that includes the Chicago area and further south and west, and District 6440, which includes Evanston, where Rotary headquarters is, and areas to the north and west. And at the June meeting, during the June meeting of the Rotary International Board of Directors that was held virtually during the last full week of June, a complete presentation on this effort was made. As Marshall says, this takes us back to the very roots of Rotary. Rotary was not founded as a community service organization, as a service organization. It was founded as a networking organization. And this gives us the opportunity. Here is a need. My theme last year was Rotary Connects the World. And here we have the opportunity to bring that theme to life, to connect people, to connect Rotarians so that they can assist with business needs and assist with business opportunities. And of course, it also matches our current theme of President Holger Kanak, Rotary Opens Opportunities. So I want to congratulate District 6440 and District 6450 for undertaking this pilot of the Rotary Network. This is a pilot program that we at Rotary International are very interested in. And after we see how this works, I'm confident that Rotary International will adopt this effort and try to spread it around the globe so that we can assist Rotarians as Rotarians. And I want to congratulate District Governor Chuck, past District Governor Debbie, District Governor Staub, and all of those, and particularly Marshall Schmidt, immediate past president of the Rotary Club of Chicago, for all that they are doing to make this a reality. And of course, my thanks to the Rotary International staff who accepted a call from me on a Saturday afternoon and moved the ball forward, at least from our side of this coin. I'd like to hand the program now over to Nash Shaw. Nash, as I mentioned, is the Member Benefits Program Manager for Rotary International, but he's also a Rotarian himself, a member of the Rotary Club of Naperville After Dark, there in District 6450. Nash, I turn it over to you.
Thank you, Past President Mark and Marshall. As you said, Rotarians need assistance now. Rotary has one of the largest networks of business owners and leaders worldwide. We know that. Rotarians are experts from various vocations available to other Rotarians in this crisis. There is an inherent trust that we have in doing business with fellow Rotarians through our fellowship from our clubs. So we know that Rotarians are ready to help their fellow members. They just need to get connected. Next slide, please. So we're introducing the Rotary Network. It will connect Rotary and Rotaract members to resources within Rotary and other sources and solutions that will help them through this pandemic and beyond. There's 6 components, which we will explore further in a minute or two, of the program. It's a vocational benefit program that is made up of career services, connecting with mentors, a Rotary business directory, a new business networking forum, a reference of financial information for people to get information that's of a quality nature to help their businesses through this pandemic, and then a platform for sharing ideas. It will be delivered via a website initially, and you will hear this over and over. So if I can have one of the takeaways for each of you to know, it's remember RotaryNetwork.org. So with that, I will go ahead and introduce Kim White, the president nominee of the Rotary Club of Naperville, to talk about the first component, which is career services.
Thank you so much, Nash. Good afternoon. Excuse me. My name is Kim White, as Nash mentioned, and I am the Executive Director of the Career and Networking Center. I just want to share a brief overview of the Career and Networking Center services, the 8 focus areas for folks in a job search. We start with each client that we serve with an intake. With that intake, we find out where a client is in his or her job search, and we work with the client to create a plan of action. Then we start with those general 8 focus areas. So general coaching, where a client can speak with a coach around any type of questions they have around career search or job search. We also have a career exploration area, and that is where clients that are looking to transfer their skills into a new career. We work with the client to create a resume that focuses on accomplishments and skills and results. We also have a job search strategy focus, and that is helping the client to prioritize their job search. We then also offer networking strategies. So that includes networking tips on how to get out in front of people, and also virtual networking such as LinkedIn. Interviewing, so that's where we put clients through mock interviews, and we answer those questions, and we help the clients to answer those questions that will set them up for interview success when they meet with an employer. And then we also offer personal branding. So this appointment focuses on personal branding tips, how to create that personal brand, and where a client would go in order to do so. And with that, I will now turn it over to the president of Rotary Club of Naperville Downtown, Kevin McQuillan.
Thank you, Kim. And the next part here is on sharing ideas regarding a blog for vocational assistance for members, and also to share ideas or success stories. So one of the things people say, don't be intimidated. A blog is simply a discussion or informational, almost like an email, so to speak. In fact, what you're going to do to blog is you're going to send your story as a Word document to Rotary Network at rotary.org. And it'll be reformatted, it may be cleaned up or whatever, along with your posts, submit any photos, videos, things of that nature that would support it. This may be something that you had success or heard of someone with success with a PPP loan and what worked or what didn't work on that, or the forgiveness. It may be things in terms of you found a great job through this, and that particular employer may be looking for others, or it may be something that you happened on that was something that really sparked your ability to get this job, things of that nature. So the blog is really going to be in reverse order. We're going to try and do them as a string. So once there's one idea, it'll sort of build on that. Other ideas will be available also. But again, this is going to be vocational assistance for members. Especially how people have been dealing with or seen others deal successfully with the economic impact of COVID-19. So again, send your Word documents to Rotary Network at rotary.org. And on this particular section of the website, there'll be requirements and other things on there, guidelines to follow for doing this. So please engage your fellow Rotarians, and I'm excited to be part of this, and I will pass it on to the next speaker. Thank you. This is Linda Kemp. She's the past president of the Rotary Club of Aurora, and she is also the District 6450 membership chair. Linda, welcome.
Thank you so much. And I just want to extend a big thank you to all the leaders who made this possible. So today we introduce a segment of the newest business networking launch in the Chicagoland area called Rotary Means Business. Rotary Means Business encourages Rotarians and Rotaractors to support the success of their fellow Rotarians by networking on all levels: business referrals, mentoring, fellowship. Today, District 6450, along with District 6440, are proud to bring back Paul Harris's vision of bringing together Rotarians to support each other in all facets of their career and personal growth. Back in November of 2013, Rotary Means Business became an official Rotary International Fellowship. Currently, it has over 100 chapters in Rotary districts throughout the world. So here we are, amidst this COVID-19 crisis, and we're going back to our roots and picking up where our founder, Paul Harris, left off. I hope we have stirred your interest, because why not connect with fellow Rotarians to support each other in their business opportunities? First off, you can start by going to, again, rotarynetwork.org, rotarynetwork.org, and click on the business networking icon. You will find more information on how to get involved and what the Rotary Fellowship structure looks like for our newly formed Rotary Means Business Chicagoland chapter. Now mark your calendars because our chapter is scheduled for our very own launch on Thursday evening, July 30th at 6 p.m. Please come and join us and be a part of Rotary's networking initiative. You can also send an email to rotarynetwork@rotary.org. You are encouraged to be a part of this groundbreaking event. As Rotarians, we get back to our roots. Thank you so much for allowing me to present this. Next speaker, please. Our next speaker, of course, is past president of the Rotary One Club, Marshall Schmidt, and I guess the founder of this initiative, and I give it to you, Marshall. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Linda, and thank you for stepping up to handle the Rotary Means Business chapter as part of this effort. This portion of the website is really designed to provide resources for people in all aspects of their business and professional life. It's a bibliography that seeks to provide resources that you can use to do everything from undertaking a job search to understanding what type of career might be better aligned with your personality, to finding specific contacts. This portion of the network also connects you to other organizations that provide services. Here we just list four of the websites or the resources that are available. And obviously there are a lot of COVID-19 resources, but this is meant to be broader than that. It's going to involve small business initiatives as well. There'll also be on this portion of the website events that you can participate in to expand your horizons, obtain necessary information. But this is really a place to use for your benefit, and also to the extent that you come upon resources that have proved valuable to you, please send them along. We have a mailbox that Rotary Network at rotary.org, where we will receive information. If you find a good resource, please pass it along, and we will vet it and then add it to this portion of the network. And with that, we move on to the Rotary Business Directory. Again, it's my great honor to introduce Debbie Ross, the immediate past district governor of District 6450, and someone who has been a great inspiration to me and has been a huge supporter of this initiative from the moment I raised it during our presidential meeting. Debbie?
Sorry about that. I think I have to unmute myself so that you can hear me. I apologize. So welcome this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to the heart of this effort, the Rotary Business Directory. I'd like you to consider that this is a no-cost marketing tool for your enterprise or service. We hope very soon to have hundreds, potentially thousands of enterprises posted in this directory. The site provides that you may search by the name of a company, by the type of business you are seeking or offering, as well as a location. What better source of marketing for your enterprise than marketing to fellow Rotarians? A post on the jobs directory provides a direct conduit for Rotarians to do business with Rotarians. Who better a customer? Consider the added benefits to membership. I will always find a way to bring membership to the forefront, and this is certainly a path. Consider the added benefit to a membership in Rotary, having now the opportunity to market your business to our district, to the neighboring districts, to Rotarians around the world. I personally, as an owner of a business, a design firm, pay upwards of $200 a month to market my enterprise to an interior design site. A networking group like a BNI or a Leads group can cost upwards of $800 or $900 per year. Suddenly, Rotary is looking like the great deal that it always has been. This can also be a mechanism to give business to another Rotarian. When you need a service or enterprise, this is the place to begin. Who better as a provider than another Rotarian? So why not list your business or service, just as I have, and Linda has, and Scott has, and Ron has, and others like us, on this jobs directory today, and start reaping the benefits of membership tomorrow. The Rotary Business Directory, opening opportunities for you and your business. So I thank you, and I'd now like to turn it back to Naish.
Thank you, past District Governor Debbie. I will talk about the final component, which is a very important one, and I think will really help Rotarians help each other. This one is the one we call Connecting with Mentors. It's an online service that will allow members to volunteer to be a mentor to another member, or to register as a mentee, someone who's seeking to learn from a fellow member, or both. You could be a mentor and a mentee. Next slide, please. So basically what you will do is on the website, you click and send an email to us to say that you're interested in registering to be a mentor or mentee or both. You will get an invitation and email to the Rotary Network Mentorship Program. You basically will then do, as step one suggests, start a profile. In this particular example on the left, I started a profile and I said, I am going to make myself available on Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. for my fellow Rotarians to schedule a session with me. Then you basically will have mentees that can search through the different mentors and different vocational topics and see when they're available and basically connect. Whether they do a Zoom call, whether they do a phone call, or in the future, meet for coffee in person, that's going to be up to them. What we're basically doing is trying to connect mentors with mentees to enable knowledge sharing. There also, as we get to hundreds of mentors and mentees, there's also the capability in this service for mentors and mentees to be matched up based on their interests. It uses IBM Watson's artificial intelligence technology to do that. So once we get to hundreds of people on the mentoring platform, you can either search or let the system match you up with a mentor that can share the knowledge that you're looking for. Next slide. So I'd like to hand it over to my good friend, District Governor Chuck Corrigan, to kind of wrap our presentation up. Thank you.
Thank you, Nation. Thanks to all our presenters. We have put a lot of time and effort into and thought into thinking the best ways that we can offer vocational services to our Rotarian members and to our clubs. And we hope that you find that what we've presented to you intrigues your interest and captures your imagination on how this can be helpful to you and your clubs. We are just getting started. the platforms are alive, they're operational, but they need to be fleshed out. So we need some help from you and from other Rotarians as well. We need to help find jobs to post on our job search board. We have, if you look through the Rotary Network, there's those 6 different categories that we summarized. Click on them and explore, and you'll see some other things that we didn't have fully the time to share. One of those is a jobs board that Rotarians can post jobs that other Rotarians can search for. And that'll be hosted by initially our district website, but it can be expanded beyond that as well. Please refer to us any reputable career service programs that you think would be useful to other members. Share your stories and your ideas on the Sharing Ideas blog that Kevin mentioned. And please join the inaugural meeting of the Rotary Means Business Chicagoland chapter on July 30th. The information on how to join that will be on the Rotary Network webpage. We need volunteers to be mentors, to be mentees, or for both on vocational topics. Click through the Rotary Network into the mentoring program and you can explore and see what that's all about. By all means, list your business in the Rotary Business Directory and use that directory when you're selecting your service providers. For financial information, you may refer other providers, including maybe your own business if you're a banker or are in the business of financial advice. And please use the ones that are listed for your own business. As I said, this is up and running. It's a pilot program, but we think this is going to be something that adds permanent added value to Rotary membership. We want to make membership in Rotary meaningful and memorable for all of us, but we, again, need your help to make this program work. We want to report to the Rotary International Board in January of 2021 that this project has been a success and that it should be supported not only in our districts, but around the country. Thank you, everybody, for your attention today.